How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray and DVD update with 20 pickups right here. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. And they're all horror. Now, I think I've showed a couple of these before, but more came in the past couple days, so I figured I'd combine them for a horror-tastic update since this is still doing the 31 days of horror. And there might be one or two in here that I've shown before. I can't 100% remember because I have kind of piles everywhere on the floor that I've been meaning to do updates for. So if you've seen one here before, don't get mad at me. First up is Waxwork and Waxwork 2 Lost in Time double feature Blu-ray, digitally restored, some new special features in here. This is from Lionsgate. It's part of their Vestron Video Collector series. This is the third in their Vestron Video Collector series, with Blood Diner and Chopping Mall being the first two. And they're coming out with Chud 1 and 2 and Return of the Living Dead 3, which I'm super excited for all of those, especially Return of the Living Dead 3. Love the first three in that series. And this comes in a nice clear case, and it has reversible artwork. On the first side is, or on the front side right there is the first Waxwork, and if you flip it around, it's the Waxwork 2 artwork. And it's not an eco case this time. I know a lot of people complained about that, so that's cool. And I like the clear case a lot, but the first Waxwork movie is a movie that I love. I remember watching it all the time growing up. They go to the Wax Museum and the exhibits start coming to life. And I remember the werewolf segment, especially with Jonathan Rhys-Davies, that really stands out. Some good gore in there and just very entertaining overall. Waxwork 2, I really wasn't a big fan of. It had some entertaining moments here and there, especially with Bruce Campbell. But just felt like it was unnecessary. They were just kind of thrown into it, and it seemed like they were having fun, but again, I don't know, it just wasn't as great as the first one, but still enjoyable, and I love that this got the Blu-ray treatment. It's great to see so many horror gems getting the Blu-ray treatment recently, especially all these 80s ones. 80s horrors, long overdue for a lot of these ones. I mean, Stephen King's It, that should have been, you know, released forever ago. I mean, it has such a huge fan following. There's so many other ones too, but next up is The Hills Have Eyes. This is a beautiful set right here from Arrow Video. And this is a Wes Craven classic. This release is just fantastic. They had this released on Blu-ray, not Arrow Video, but another company released it on Blu-ray, and the quality of that one, picture quality, was terrible. And this is definitely an upgrade, brand new 4K restoration, and it's supervised by the producer here. And I'll just go ahead and show you. This is a classic right here. Just one of the best cannibal slasher-esque movies out there. I love the remake as well, and even Hills Have Eyes 2, the recent one. I love that movie. Great gore, great creature effects, unique creatures in that one. I know a lot of people don't enjoy that one. I'm in the minority there, but I love it. But this right here, to me, it's so hard to choose this one or the remake because they're both good. I think this one, the Hills Have Eyes, the remake, is one of the better modern horror remakes. But I think I'm going to still go with the original as being better because I feel like you cared more about the cast, and of course Michael Berryman right there on the front cover. I switched the cover because, again, has the reversible artwork, newly commissioned artwork. This one has some poster cards in there as well, and on the back, so that's pretty cool. You can see different characters on there from the different scenes. I like that they're, I guess maybe poster cards from different countries as well, and there's more on here. I guess maybe these might have been poster artwork. Yeah, probably. Oh, that looks awesome. I love all of those. Very cool. See, Arrow Video is just killing it. They are definitely one of the best companies releasing. Again, the newly commissioned artwork, reversible artwork. There you go, right there. The booklet. Now art cards and stuff as well. And this is just such an amazing release. If you're a fan of the film, this is definitely the release to get. And I'm so excited that Arrow Video is over here in the US releasing. I hope they release that Hellraiser box set here. I would love to get that. And I'll go ahead and show you the rest of the contents in here in this box set. Nice thick booklet right there. And of course it's about a family. Their car breaks down while they're traveling. And they meet these mutants that are living in the hills. And they're crazy cannibals and... well, they're not really mutants. I guess they're just crazy inbred cannibals. I guess in the newer one, they're more mutants. But there's the artwork right there, the poster artwork, and then that one right there. I think I'm going to put this on my wall. I always wanted to get this poster. And I know Michael Berryman does a lot of conventions, so that is fantastic. I'm so impressed with what Arrow Video is doing. If you're a fan of horror and cult titles especially, definitely check out what they're doing. Again, so happy that they're releasing here in the US. And let's go on to another Arrow Video release right here, Dark Water, the original. Now, I remember this one being just dripping with atmosphere in here, very creepy. And the remake is one that I always heard people love, and I was kind of disappointed with. I just felt like it was unnecessary. I like Jennifer Connelly, but it just wasn't that great. It was just average to me. But this one I remember being excellent. I can't wait to revisit this. And love the newly commissioned artwork right there. And it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. There's the Blu-ray, and there's the DVD. And I'll go ahead and show you the reversible artwork, the old school artwork. And I definitely, I think on this one, a lot of times I prefer the old school artwork, but this one I prefer the newly commissioned artwork. I think it's very fitting. And then they have an advertisement for more releases. And then again, of course, the booklet with scenes and information from the movie, which if you're a fan of the film, you'll definitely appreciate that. Can't wait to pop this one back in and check it out. Next up is Condemned. I'm not sure if I showed this one before or not. I need to actually revisit it. I remember really enjoying it. It was kind of like Slime City, kind of ones where it's just oozing with tons of gross slime and gore and pus and blood. They're like in just a really crappy apartment complex. And basically there's a virus in there and people become violent and just, it's grotesque and awesome though. Gross and oozy and fantastic. If you like cheesy horror, you'll enjoy it. I need to rewatch it, but I remember really enjoying it. If you like movies like Street Trash or Slime City, I think you'll enjoy Condemned. It has that kind of oozy, gross, pussy slime stuff going on. There's some good gore in here as well. Purge Election Year. I thought this one was just about average. The second one was the best in my opinion. The first one I wasn't a big fan of, but I don't like the concept at all. And the second one was just the most entertaining, enthralling, fast-paced horror action. This one right here, they tried to do that same kind of thing. They tried to turn around a little bit, and that guy was in the second one as well. They bring him back. The dialogue was kind of cheesy, especially with her. Give me the candy bar, old man. Yeah, just stop with all that. Some of it was just too ridiculous and over the top. Again, if you like the Purge movies, you'll probably enjoy it, but it wasn't the best in the series. I'd put this one probably second best. The second, to me, is the best. I'm sure they're going to make more in the series, and there'll be a box set and all that kind of good stuff. You know, it makes money. The Saw movies, they're going to make another Saw movie, of course. The Paranormal Activity movies, as long as it makes money, they'll keep making more. The next bunch right here are going to be from Full Moon. Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death Blu-ray. I love this movie. It's super cheesy. It has Bill Maher in here, Shannon Tweed, Adrienne Barbeau. I remember watching this when I was a kid a couple times. I would sneak down late at night and watch horror movies and stuff on TV. And I remember this coming on, and I remember loving the women in here. And that's all I'm going to say as a young kid watching this. But I remember it being just cheesy fun. I guess they meet a man-eating Campbell Society of women, and Bill Maher goes there, and yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this. It's been so long. So happy for that, to get a Blu-ray release. I never would have thought some of these ones would have gotten a Blu-ray release, and it's just awesome to see it. Next up is Dark Angel, The Ascent. I've never even heard of this one, but man, is that CGI terrible right there. Look at that. Her face just looks like superimposed on like a painting or a drawing. But yeah, basically I guess there's a demoness who's in hell and she wants to go to Earth, and she does, and she starts a relationship, but she starts killing evil people or wicked people. So yeah, I don't know, I'll give it a shot. Hopefully the effects will be better than what's shown on the back cover right there. Next up, 2 copies of Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-O-Rama. I remember watching this and just thinking it was super cheese. It has Linnea Quigley and Brinky Stevens in here. There's an imp right there. They're in a bowling alley, and the imp is basically granting them wishes and attacking them or something. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while, but the imp was like really kind of cheesy looking but entertaining too. So I always love that cover artwork. It's amazing. So once I revisit this one, I'll be doing a giveaway for it. I look forward to that. Next up is a Meridian, which I've never heard of before. It has Sherilyn Fenn from Twin Peaks in here. I don't know if that's a werewolf. I guess it's like a love story. She falls in love with him, but there's another guy involved too. She doesn't know who to choose, and there's a curse involved. I assume the curse is maybe the werewolf or whatever that creature's supposed to be. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. That looks pretty cool. Next up, Full Moon sent over this review copy, which I did not request. And it's the director's cut of Virgin Hunters 2. That means there was an original Virgin Hunters. I guess this is like sci-fi, softcore porn. That's what I'm gathering right there from the synopsis and just the shots and the title. But Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. Apparently, I guess in the future, people aren't having sex. There's, I guess, stuff put in the food, maybe the water that's suppressing passion, and there's an alien race coming to Earth to have sex with Earthlings, and there you go. And there's another Earthling in here who's going to be a young nymph in training, so. Alright. Next up is Killjoy Goes to Hell. I've never seen a Killjoy movie yet, but I do have like there's like a Walmart, like, not a box set, but like a combo pack with Killjoy, Demonic Toys, and like another one, Ginger Dead Man. So I have, I think, all of them now. I think this is the newest one, and I think the title is pretty self-explanatory for the movie, Killjoy Goes to Hell. So once I do view it, I will review it. And I don't know if you need to see all of them to, you know, to check that one out first. I don't think you do, probably not. Next up is Hollywood Horror House, which I love that cover, and that looks super creepy right there on the back. It's about an old Hollywood starlet living in a kind of a beat up old mansion of hers, and I guess people are trying to kill her, and some crazy person, I don't know if she's being taken care of by the crazy person or not, but and I guess there's a Best Supporting Actress Oscar winner from 1936, Gail Sondergaard, who plays, I guess, one of the characters in here, so that's pretty cool. Next up is a documentary, Kings of Cult, with Roger Corman and Charles Band, two legends right there, so that's pretty awesome. Looking forward to checking that out big time. Next up, the producer of this movie messaged me on Facebook asking me to review it, and I said, yeah, the cover looks awesome, the cast is amazing. Tony Todd, Michael Berryman, PJ Soles, Tiffany Shepis, Tony Moran's in here, Debbie Rochon, a whole bunch of recognizable horror actors and legends in here, so I'm really excited for that, and the cover looks super creepy, and he sent that over like a pumpkin mask. He sent that over with a t-shirt, so that is pretty darn cool. Perfect for Halloween time right now. So looking forward to checking that out. Looks like a slasher film, and with that many horror icons in there, I can't wait. Next up is Acolytes, which is, I would consider, it's kind of more thriller, but it's horror as well. It's an Australian one. A group of kids basically try to blackmail a serial killer. And this stars Joel Edgerton. This is one of his earlier roles, and he was fantastic in here. He's a great actor. He really kind of broke through here, at least in America, with Warrior, and I'm glad to see him getting way more acting roles because he's a fantastic actor. But this one was super creepy and thrilling, and I love the ending to it. I would definitely recommend checking that one out. Next up is The Hoarder, which I did a full movie review for. I don't know if I ever showed getting the DVD for it. I was in one of the piles here on the side. I think this would have been a little bit better with a better lead actress. Misha Barton here, I'm not a big fan of at all. She was in Walden, which was terrible. But I do like some of the other people in here. Emily Attack was underutilized. And then Robert Knepper, who was fantastic, Prison Break, and a bunch of other movies, he was great here. And I think this is really unique and creepy and atmospheric, and I love the ending to it. I would definitely recommend checking this one out. It isn't perfect, but it could have been better with some more gore and some better kill scenes. But again, I love the concept to it, which is pretty cool. Amnesiac, which, oh, Kate Bosworth is so stunning. And Wes Bentley always plays the creepy dude. He was in another one called Broken Vows, which just came out, and he played the creepy dude there too. And I really love P2, which has Wes Bentley in it as well. He's fantastic in that one. That one definitely deserves a Blu-ray release. But this one is basically Wes Bentley wakes up from a car accident, and he's basically trapped in this house with Kate Bosworth, and she's super crazy in here and plays that role perfectly. They both do play the roles great, and so this one was actually really good and creepy. I wanted a little bit more from it. At times the dramatic pacing kind of held it down, but again, the performance from Kate Bosworth really drove the film. She was just awesome as the crazy chick in there. Next up is Six Plots, which is a Australian horror movie that is just garbage. I could not recommend it. You know, even when there's a movie that I don't enjoy, I try to pick out things that maybe other people can enjoy and try to praise it in some way. I had a hard time finding anything to praise about this movie, except for the lead actress was decent. It felt like a bunch of high schoolers just made this movie. It's set in a high school. Basically, these kids are partying at a house, an abandoned house, and they wake up, all of them except for one, wake up in basically coffins. And it says on here, Saw meets Buried. The buried part's accurate. The Saw part isn't, because there's no really torture going on. There's no real clues either. The one girl has to figure out how to save her friends, but all they can say is like, hey, I'm in a box, it smells funny. Hey, I'm in a box, it's wet in here. It's just ridiculous. And the ending to this is just garbage. It's just mind-blowing, the lack of common sense, that these characters would have, given everything with the person who ends up being the killer. And you're just like, that just ruins everything. I mean, the movie was crappy as it was, but putting that is just like the cherry on the poop crap ice cream sundae right there. This is just not a film I could recommend in any way, and that's, you know, it's hard to say that. This is, to me, is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Top 15 worst films. The top 10 are all like low-budget horror movies, and this is low-budget horror as well. And I've seen so many low-budget horror movies. Some are great. This was not one of them. This is not one I could recommend on any level. I think the young lead actress was great, and I hope she does better things for her resume. But there you go. Couldn't recommend Six Plots at all. If you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them, and leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.